If you're in the e-commerce brand, you've probably heard of Dr. Squatch. Now, Dr. Squatch recently got acquired by Unilever for $1.4 billion. As marketers, as e-commerce enthusiasts, what we have to do is always study from the greats. My name is Patrick O'Driscoll. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Visionary Group, where we've helped hundreds of e-commerce brands scale. In 2025 alone, we helped our brands generate well over $100 million in e-commerce sales. And what we do all the time is study what are the top brands doing so that we can learn from them and implement some of the tactics and strategies that the top players are doing. So in this video, I'm going to break down Dr. Squatch's funnel. We're going to go through their landing pages, their ads, some of their emails, and figure out what you can take away to improve your e-commerce brand and ultimately generate more sales. So let's dive in. So my team put together a swipe file of the website experience, as well as some emails, as well as some ads. And I'm also going to walk through this live so you can get an understanding of what they're doing, why they're doing it, and what you should implement for your e-commerce brand. So if we start at the top with their website right now, as you can see, they're running a Mother's Day sale, Mother's Day promotion. Every time that we have a big site-wide sale, we want to make sure that that's clearly communicated in the homepage, in the whole experience. Now, most of the time, and as you'll see through the ads, is that they're not running their ads always to the homepage. They're running it to dedicated landing pages. But for the homepage, we want to make sure it's optimized and communicating the Mother's Day sale. As you can see, the offer that they are pushing is a spend $65 and get a free jukebox 3-pack, which looks like a collaboration that they're running with another brand. Could be another Unilever brand, who knows? And I've never heard of jukebox before, but as you can see, a pretty irresistible offer here. You can see that they have the free jukebox, which is $21 of value. It's very important that when you're doing a freebie or a bundle, you communicate the perceived value. Why this is such a steal. $21 for free. Okay, that might be a good deal. I might be interested. Then what they have on their site, as you scroll down, they have the bundles. What they are trying to do, this brand is built, and if you have a consumable brand like this, is they're focused on building their subscription revenue. Why? Because you're building monthly recurring revenue for your brand. If you can drive people and have them subscribe, that's extremely powerful because it's building a predictable revenue engine, much like a software, right? Down here, I like how they have the new to Squatch starter bundles where they drive people. If you're new, start here. Right here, they go through the scent lineup where they communicate exactly the top scents that they have, what they actually smell or feel like in this situation. Because if you think about it, if I'm buying deodorant online, it might be tough because I usually go to the drugstore and I might like smell it before I try it. If you sell something that's flavorful, that has a scent, you need to communicate that as well as possible through some strategic copy like they're doing here. So you can see the outline there. Find your scent and score 20% off. Take our scent personality quiz. It's like therapy, but cheaper. This is a lead generation play. So you probably walk through a quiz. They capture your name, email, phone number, you're part of their list, even if you don't buy. Tons of UGC and proof on the website. Subscribe and save here, ships every 3 months, and then tons of reviews. And the Squatch difference, learn why men everywhere are loving Dr. Squatch. Look how simple this homepage is, and it achieves a lot of great things. Communicates the current site-wide offer. It shows them the best sellers or where to start buying. New to Squatch, starter bundles, a little bit of information about their scents. Down here, a scent quiz, UGC, some proof, subscribe and save, reviews, and the Squatch difference. So pretty straightforward homepage. A lot of e-commerce brands make their homepage way too overcomplex. You can see how simple this is, and it drives people exactly where they need to go, which is to buying a bundle and get into subscription. So what happens when you actually want to add stuff to cart? Our team added the bar soap 6-pack, which is $31.68. It's slashed down $42 because you're automatically enrolling in a subscription. They're pushing people right into a subscription here. You can see in the checkout process, so once you do checkout, they have the one-click upsells, these upsells in the cart. That's very important. That can immediately boost AOV. And one thing you can see here is spend $19 to unlock free shipping. They have probably split tested the heck out of pricing strategies, out of free shipping thresholds to push people over the edge because their 6-pack is $31.68. So I'm immediately incentivized to add something to cart to get up to the free shipping threshold and then ultimately to the jukebox, the free jukebox soaps, which is their current site-wide offer right here. They have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So they have a guarantee that mitigates risk and allows me to buy without worrying. So probably something where if I don't like it, I can get a full refund. Now on the checkout page, you can see that you have all the bars of soap that I'm buying all stacked up, each one slashed down from their MSRP price. You can also see down here, they communicate the savings, and they also have a little bit of branding in their checkout process here. And they also have some interesting things, right? Sign up for text to get a free brick on your next order. So again, they're just really trying to get you locked into their SMS marketing and make sure you stick around, because retention is the name of the game for a brand like this. If we're spending tons of ads and only buy once, it's probably not going to be profitable. So we need to focus on keeping people around. So let's talk about the emails. Now, our team got a series of emails as we went through the funnel. The welcome flow immediately after subscribing was actually quite basic. Now, we might not have gotten all the welcome emails from this flow, but it looks like it's some sort of safe opt verifier offer. Maybe they're trying to verify, maybe they get a lot of bot traffic or something like that. So they have this kind of security. Kind of looks kind of boring if you ask me, but the abandoned cart emails are stellar, right? So when you add to cart and you abandon, you can see all the emails that come after that. Our team got 6 emails over the course of a couple days, right? So save your cart and save 10%. So immediately, if you abandon, they're giving you a 10% discount to come back and buy. Here's what you were squatching. So here's what you were looking at, right? Some good copy on brand, feeds through the products. Klaviyo and email platforms will do this. And then they give us a code to get that 10% off. Don't leave them hanging, just a click away. As you can see here as well, I believe, could be wrong here, they might have their abandoned flows formatted so it shows the product you're actually looking at, or this could just be a coincidence. Legendary lathers are just a quick click away. Right here, satisfaction guarantee. Again, they're breaking down the objection, like what if I don't like it? What if I don't like the smell? Or we have the satisfaction guarantee. If these products aren't a great match, the doc will make sure you find something you love. So you could probably get like a store credit or like exchange, so you're not having a ton of refunds or returns. Deal Suite now get 15% off. Notice how they started with a 10% off for the abandoned cart. Now they upped it to 15% off. Ends in 24 hours, finish we start 10% off. Interesting how we got this email after this one. That's just how it came through in our inbox. And then last chance, 15% off, last chance, 10% off. It looks like we might have went through the funnel twice, but it looks like we're getting reminders for the 15% off and reminders for 10% off. So I don't know if their emails are screwed up, but that's something to note there. Now, here's some offers and emails that we got while we were subscribed to their lists. First off, we created an account. So you were rewarded 30 Squatch rewards points. So they have a loyalty program here. So this goes through, okay, welcome to the rewards program. What is Squatch rewards here? Breaks down this, log into your account. Again, all about loyalty, all about building that retention. They have multiple systems in place, subscription programs, email and SMS, loyalty programs, doing everything possible to retain you as a customer, because they probably know the data of how much a customer is worth to them, and that's their lifetime value. So doing everything possible to make sure you stick around. Now, right here is a pretty simple plain text email communicating the Mother's Day offer. Let's not wing it. Spend $65 during Mother's Day sale, and we'll throw in a free jukebox 3-pack into your order. I think what's interesting with this jukebox order, at least how I'm perceiving is, I'm not exactly sure what jukebox is. Maybe some people do. I need to look into that, but they don't really communicate what jukebox is. Almost like they're just throwing in another brand, but I might not view that as a benefit as a customer. Like if I don't fully understand, like I think a more compelling offer would be just more, something like the spray sunscreen or something like that. There's this strategy in place. This could be another Unilever brand where they're just trying to cross promote other brands in their ecosystem. New drops, so some new drops, Invisible Glide deodorant, spray deodorant. Look how simple these emails are. Nice, strong headline, call to action, shop now, breakdown of each product with some easy to click buttons. Then Mother's Day sale with that discount or with that offer, reminding them to claim now. This is great. This is a great new drop email. Meet our all new spray sunscreen, enjoy the sun and skip the sizzle. So they're expanding their product line, which probably, makes sense with the Unilever acquisition. Is now that they have this brand, they can add more products that are complementary or just make sense to fit under this brand umbrella. So tons of spray sunscreen here, no shade, no problem. You got some good scents, coconut castaway spray, amber solstice spray right here, stock up for summer. They communicate the Mother's Day sale at the bottom. If you have a promotion, continuously remind customers that you have that. Now let's talk about the advertising that they're currently running. They have all the time, like 270 plus ads. Here's a few that stuck out to us. And then let's look at what the ad funnel actually looks like, because usually the ad funnel is different than like the evergreen funnel. The evergreen funnel is like driving to your homepage, right? An ad funnel is more direct offer focused on cold customer acquisition. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. So a month or two ago, they had the Megan Fox collaboration. And so with this brand targeting young men, they do collaborations with Sydney Sweeney, Megan Fox, obviously trying to appeal to men's interest in that regard. So they have Megan Fox, big promotion with her. They also have a lot of cross collaborations, like they collaborate with WWE and other brands, right? Huge unlock if you can collaborate with brands that make sense. So it looks like for the different fighters or wrestlers here, they have their own certain scents or certain soaps here. So you can see that they're communicating that. They also have this offer, which is great. So this is their ads offer that I think they're pushing. Let's see if that's communicated on the landing page. Yes. So it should be here. So this is like an absolutely insane acquisition offer that they're running. So free bag, signature scent bundle plus free travel bag, 50% off, cologne, deodorant, natural soap. So this is a great front end acquisition offer. And so as you can see is all these ads that are communicating this offer is driving to a cold customer acquisition landing page. So we can break down this here in a moment. You can also see these right here, same idea. I really like the simplicity of their statics. The products on a table, like super simple, but definitely appealing. You can see down here with this ad right here, pointing out the features or the benefits or, the freebies that's happening with this yellow text. And then they're actually driving some of their traffic to buy on Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Now we're big on driving Shopify and D2C sales, but when you're so large like this, there might be a strategic play to point them to Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Obviously, when you do this, you lose a lot of the tracking that happens, but it is a strategy if you're trying to push to other sales channels. Let's talk about this landing page real quick. So I think this is excellent. This does all the things that we like to do with a cold acquisition landing page. So to start, they have the offer, 3 free gifts offer, natural bar soap and deodorant, all the kind of check marks of what you get. Choose your scent. They have a nice image right here, 3 free gifts. You go down what's inside. You get all this stuff with no aluminum, parabens, or phthalates. That's a tough word right there. Phthalates. And so obviously this deodorant is supposed to be better for you, right? It doesn't have all the chemicals and all the crap that might be in your typical deodorant. That's their unique selling prop. And then obviously their brand is extremely powerful, right? Us versus them. How can we communicate how we're different than other players on the market? They do that great right here. Good static creative image of a man applying deodorant here. Scrolling bar of social proof, 30K verified reviews, 30-day guarantee, 93 out of 100 Yuka rating. Why guys are switching, right? And they have different testimonials based upon different objections or different focuses, right? So skin friendly, high quality scent. So if you're coming to this landing page and you're like, oh, I wonder if this will give me a rash or make me break out or whatever. So we can talk about how skin irritation. So a lot of these testimonials are focused on that. So they arrange their testimonials to address certain objections that a customer might have when they come through this funnel. Real soap, real ingredients, premium. And so what happens is once you click, right, this is very important. They have the offer, they have all this information. If you click right here, it probably brings you right down to the product page here, or the product section. So the Squatch stack plus exclusive gifts, you can see it's $58 with $140 slashed out, 59% off, right? Whatever you have an offer, you need to show them the value that they're getting out of this offer. And then you can go ahead, choose your scents. There is a lot of friction because you have to go ahead and choose your scents for these. But then down here, you can see the free gifts, right? The toiletry bag, the soap saver, brick house, save 100%, and then they immediately try to roll you into subscription. One-time purchase is kind of small. You can see it's $58 less expensive, or $10 less expensive. It's $58 to opt into subscribe and save. So they want to push people to subscribe and save. People might just check out and buy and not even realize it, but that's what the power of the subscription program is. So what's included? Social proof, UGC. They do a lot of things with the focus is they're targeting men, but they use female creators to be like, hey, my boyfriend, my husband smells so much better. I couldn't be around him until he started using Dr. Squatch, right? Appealing to men's insecurities and getting women as the spokespeople to lure them in. Committed to men's health. Here's some more information. Natural product, no harmful. Again, social proof. And then down at the bottom here, another call to action to buy. So I think overall, super powerful on this side, their whole funnel. And then if we go through to their UGC ads, I really like the UGC ads that they're using. They're very simple. They're very organic. This one's like a comedy one.
Hollander, you stink at hockey today. No, not like you're bad at hockey, but you smell very bad.
This might be funny to some people, but deleted scene from that hockey show. In a Russian accent, talking about smelling bad. This one is a visual hook right here.
You can tell a lot about a man
by his package. And then of course, is talk about the free tote that you get. So it communicates that whole offer. Super simple, super straightforward. Show what you get. Good B-roll, all that good stuff. Here's another one.
I didn't know this free bag
came with months worth of soaps, right? That's kind of an interesting thing. He's whispering.
Months worth of
good hook.
Soaps.
show the product, probably flashes a bunch of B-roll here. Oh, it doesn't actually, pretty straightforward. Just literally shows the unboxing of this bag. Limited time deal.
Yo, 9 bars of Dr. Squatch soaps for this price is crazy.
$9 worth of, I mean, it's not the best hook, but if you're aware of this, it could be more of a middle of funnel, bottom of funnel ad where it's like, you're getting this much Dr. Squatch soap for this. So it goes through all the flavors or all the scents. More creative video ads. These are more high production.
9 soaps and a free DOP kit? This deal is fire. Dr. Squatch is running the...
All right, so this is a compilation ad.
It's done.
They start at the beginning with like a animation, right? Showing the offer, 9 soaps and a free DOP kit. This deal is fire. Tons of B-roll, tons of images and videos of the bag opening up. Looks pretty cool. Actually looks like a pretty high quality bag, right? This freebie actually looks pretty solid. It's branded, looks pretty cool. Might be worth it. This is a founder.
Hi, this is Jack, founder and CEO.
Right, talking about the founder story, like super powerful. Any brand, usually startup brands, I always tell them like create founder story ads. These are very powerful. See the person behind the brand. He tells the whole story of the brand.
Run your shower.
Excellent ad right here. These are the top 3 sexiest scents of 2026 voted by women. Again, men want to smell good for women most of the time, right? That's the reason why they want to have these products. So we want to communicate that.
These are the top 3 sexiest scents of 2026.
So it's just a simple ad. It sounds like an AI girl, honestly. All clips of girls with products talking about the top scents. Very good educational video about the scents and a creative way to pull them in by saying this is what women like in their men. And then again, the Megan Fox ad here. They had tons of creatives when they, I think this was like a month or so ago, but they're still running a lot of the Megan Fox creative. Again, huge top of funnel play. Get someone that everyone is aware of and then pull them into the brand. Their whole thing was that Professor Fox, like a professor vibe and students.
Hey, I'm Megan Fox, head professor at Dr. Squatch's Foundation.
Head professor of odor excellence or something like that. So as you can see, they have a lot of creative variety. They have statics, they have graphics, they have celebrities, they have founder story. They're really doing everything that's needed for best practices with the Andromeda update on Meta. So this is my full funnel breakdown of Dr. Squatch. Hopefully you learned a few things and can think about how you can implement some of these tactics into your brand. And if you'd like this whole swipe file that you can see, this Miro board, I'll leave a link down below that you can download that yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.